Yes, good morning to all ma. Now let us see theorem number 17 in this chapter ma. Theorem number 17 and theorem number 18 both are similar theorems ma. Yes, that 17th theorem is prove that every increasing sequence is bounded below. Prove that every increasing sequence is bounded below. Right? Statement is clear for you. This is again one property ma. Whenever you can take one increasing sequence ma, 100% it should be what ma? Bounded below sequence means there exists a lower bound of it ma. That one theoretically we have to show ma. Right? For that, first of all, I want to take one increasing sequence ma. Let us take this sequence Sn is increasing sequence, is an increasing sequence. Yes, whenever it is increasing sequence ma, by the definition of increasing sequence we have this condition ma. S1 is less than or equal to S2 is less than or equal to S3 is less than or equal to S4 and so on. Whenever sequence Sn is increasing ma, this condition is true ma, right? But this total condition I am going to restrict like this ma. I am writing like this ma. S1 is less than or equal to Sn for all n belongs to Z plus. Any problem is there? I mean this S1 is less than or equal to all the terms of the sequence ma. Means S1 is less than or equal to Sn for all n belongs to Z plus, right? If n equal to 1, S1 equal to S1. If n equal to 2, S1 is less than or equal to S2. If n equal to 3, S1 is less than or equal to S3. If n equal to 4, S1 is less than or equal to S4 and so on. That means this total above condition we can write as like this, right? Otherwise this in the basic way you can write Sn is greater than or equal to S1 for all n belongs to Z plus 1, right? Here let us take S1 is some real number k ma. S1 ni k anukondama. Then what we got here ma? There exists a real number k such that Sn is greater than or equal to k for all n belongs to Z plus ma. By the definition of bounded above sequence ma. Sorry, by the definition of bounded below sequence ma. Is it sequence Sn is bounded below or not? Where k is what ma? Lower bound of the sequence. Here instead of k what we have ma? S1 ma. Ikkada k ante enti antunana ma? S1. That means there exists a real number S1 in such a way that Sn is greater than or equal to S1 for all n belongs to Z plus. Therefore sequence Sn is bounded below where this S1 is what ma? Lower bound of that sequence ma. That completes your condition. Clearly I am writing. Therefore sequence Sn is bounded below where S1 is a lower bound of it. Lower bound means what ma? It should be less comparing each and every term of the sequence. That condition only we got here ma. Whenever a sequence has a lower bound, it should be bounded below sequence ma. Initially we taken sequence Sn is increasing ma and we proved it is what ma? Bounded below. Like this we can proceed. Every increasing sequence is what ma? Bounded below sequence ma. We can say every increasing sequence is what ma? Bounded below sequence. Hence every increasing sequence is bounded below. Yes, in the example way we can verify like this ma. Manam example way lo ila verify cheyochu ma. For example, I taken sequence Sn is equal to n square such that n belongs to Z plus ma. Is it increasing sequence or not? Yes, because if you can proceed terms ma, it is 1 square 1, 2 square 4, 3 square is 9 and so on like this. Now terms are increasing ma. So that it is increasing sequence ma, right? And is it bounded below or not? Bounded below means what ma? In all these terms ma, is it possible to define minimum number or not? Yes, 1 is minimum number ma. I mean 1 is a lower bound of this sequence ma, so that the sequence is bounded below sequence. Like this if you can take any increasing sequence ma, 100% it is what ma? Bounded below sequence. That one only we proved here ma, right? This is simple theorem number 17 ma. Now let us see theorem number 18 ma, next theorem in the similar process ma. Prove that every decreasing sequence is bounded above sequence ma. Prove that every decreasing sequence is bounded above sequence. If we can take any decreasing sequence ma, 100% it is what ma? Bounded above sequence ma, right? But theoretically we have to show it ma. In the example way once I will verify here ma. I want to take one decreasing sequence ma. Let us take sequence Sn is equal to minus n such that n belongs to z plus ma. Is it decreasing sequence or not? Once expand terms ma, you get minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4 and so on ma. I mean n equal to 1 means it is minus 1, S1 is minus 1, S2 is minus 2, S3 is minus 3 and so on ma, right? Once look ma, is it decreasing sequence or not? Yes, because terms are decreasing ma, continuously. Minus 1 is greater than or equal to minus 2 is greater than or equal to minus 3 and so on. It is decreasing condition ma. Now this is decreasing sequence ma. According to above condition, it should be bounded above ma. Bounded above means what ma? In all these terms ma, it is possible to define maximum number ma. Yes, here minus 1 is maximum comparing to all the terms or not ma. I mean there exists minus 1 such that Sn is less than or equal to minus 1 for all n belongs to z plus ma. Sn is less than or equal to minus 1 for all n belongs to z plus. Therefore sequence Sn is what ma? Bounded above sequence where minus 1 is an upper bound of it ma. Like this, if you can take any decreasing sequence ma, 100% it is what ma? Bounded above sequence. In the example you can verify ma, but once go to your theoretical concept. In the theoretical way we have to show ma. For that I want to take sequence Sn is decreasing ma. Let us take Sn is a decreasing sequence ma. Let sequence Sn be a decreasing sequence. Whenever it is decreasing ma, by the definition of decreasing what we have ma? S1 is greater than or equal to S2 is greater than or equal to S3 is greater than or equal to S4 and so on ma. This is your definition of decreasing condition ma. But again this total thing how can you write ma? You can write it as S1 is greater than or equal to Sn for all n belongs to z plus. Above relation totally we can write like this ma. For every n belongs to z plus, S1 is greater than or equal to Sn ma. Because if we can substitute n equal to 1 here ma, S1 equal to S1, okay. If you can substitute n equal to 2 here ma, then what we get? S1 is greater than or equal to S2, yes possible. Let us take n equal to 3 here ma, then S1 is greater than or equal to S3, yes, S1 is greater than or equal to S3. Like that, if you can take any natural number ma, this total above relation simply you can write as what ma? S1 is greater than or equal to Sn for all n belongs to z plus ma. Otherwise this same thing you can write as like this ma. Sn is less than or equal to S1 for all n belongs to z plus. Above one this one and the same ma. Let us take S1 is equal to some k ma, real number k. Here what we got ma? Sn is less than or equal to k for all n belongs to z plus ma. From this what do you say ma? Sequence Sn is bounded above sequence where k is what ma? Upper bound of it. Here k is nothing but what ma? S1 or not ma? Understood or not? Yes, I am writing those lines ma. Therefore sequence Sn is bounded above sequence where S1 is an upper bound of it ma. Initially we taken sequence Sn is decreasing ma, and we proved that same sequence is what ma? Bounded above ma. Like this we say every decreasing sequence is what ma? Bounded above sequence. Those words I am writing here ma. Hence every decreasing sequence is bounded above. whenever we can take one decreasing sequence ma, 100% it should be what ma, bounded above sequence ma. This is about your theorem, and here already we verified ma. This is one example. This is basically decreasing sequence ma, right? Here -1 is upper bound ma, so that this should be what ma, bounded above sequence, so that every decreasing sequence is what ma, bounded above sequence ma. This is about your theorem number 18 ma. Yes, now let us see theorem number 19, which is very important theorem. Again, theorem number 19 and theorem number 20, same logic we have to proceed. Both are important theorems. Very important theorem. It is prove that if a sequence is increasing and bounded above, if a sequence is increasing and bounded above, then prove that it is convergent to its supremum. This is your statement. Prove that if a sequence is increasing and bounded above, then it is, now no need to write here, then it is convergent ma. That means whenever you can take one sequence is increasing sequence and bounded above sequence ma, then 100% it is convergent ma. Their convergent point also what ma, supremum of that sequence. Sometimes in the examination they are not asking this ma, simply prove that it is convergent అంటున్నారండి. అక్కడ మన కన్వర్జెంట్ పాయింట్ సుప్రీమం వచ్చేస్తుంది, డైరెక్ట్గా ప్రూఫ్లో ఆటోమేటిక్గా వచ్చేస్తుందమ్మా. ఇది మెన్షన్ చేయవచ్చు చేయకపోవచ్చు. సింప్లీ దే మే గివ్ ఇఫ్ ఏ సీక్వెన్స్ ఈజ్ ఇంక్రీజింగ్ అండ్ బౌండెడ్ అబోవ్, దెన్ ప్రూవ్ దట్ ఇట్ ఈస్ convergent ma, right? This is your above statement ma. Here I want to take one sequence Sn is increasing and bounded above ma, there I will show it is convergent, their convergent point is supremum of that sequence ma, right? First I am taking given sequence is what ma, some sequence Sn is what ma, increasing and bounded above ma. Let sequence Sn is increasing and bounded above. Here two conditions they given, sequence Sn is increasing as well as bounded above ma. First I want to use this bounded above condition ma. In the middle stages I will take this increasing condition ma. Here two conditions available ma. First I will go for this ma, right? Given that sequence Sn is bounded above, whenever sequence Sn is bounded above ma, that sequence has supremum ma, right? Every bounded above sequence has supremum or not ma. That supremum, for my convenience I am taking k ma, some real number k ma. Those words we are writing here ma. Then sequence Sn has supremum. Whenever it is bounded above sequence ma, 100% least upper bound will get ma. Now we are taking that least upper bound is what ma, some k. Let supremum of sequence Sn is equal to some k ma, right? But whenever k is supremum means least upper bound of sequence Sn ma, is it k plus epsilon? Whenever epsilon is a least positive real number ma, is it k plus epsilon is an upper bound of it or not? Is an upper bound of sequence Sn for all epsilon greater than 0. Amma, here k is what ma? Supremum means least upper bound ma. In upper bounds least one ma. If we can add any positive result to that k ma, k plus epsilon becomes one of the upper bound of sequence Sn or not? I will show that condition clearly here. మీకు అర్థం కాకపోతే ఒక సెట్ లాజిక్ తీసుకొని మీకు క్లియర్గా చూపిస్తాను. I want to take one set. Instead of Sn I taken S ma. Some set I am taking 2, 3, 5. This is one set ma. ఒక సెట్ తీసుకున్నాను నేను, సీక్వెన్స్ బదులు సెట్ అయితే మీకు క్లారిటీగా అర్థమవుతుందమ్మా. సెట్కి సీక్వెన్స్కి బౌండెడ్ కండిషన్స్ ఏమమ్మా. లెట్ us go for here supremum of set S ma. Set S ki supremum ఏంటమ్మా? Supremum means what? Maximum element in this set. 5 na. This we taken as k ma. దాన్నే k అంటున్నాం అక్కడ. Supremum of Sn is what ma? K, which is 5 ma. But whenever k is supremum of sequence Sn, what I say? K plus epsilon, whenever epsilon is least positive real number, k plus epsilon is upper bound. Once see here. Now epsilon is least positive real number means let us take epsilon is 0.1 for example, which is least positive real number. Then what is k plus epsilon here? K plus epsilon ఏమవుతుందమ్మా 5.1 or not? 5 plus 0.1. Is it 5.1 is big comparing to large or maximum comparing to all these numbers or not? All these elements of set or not? Whenever this is maximum or big comparing with this, is it 5.1 is an upper bound of set S or not? అర్థమైందా లేదమ్మా? అమ్మ ఇక్కడ 5 లీస్ట్ అప్పర్ బౌండ్ అయిందంటే 5కి ఏ పాజిటివ్ నెంబర్ యాడ్ చేసినా అదేమవుతుంది? దీనికి అప్పర్ బౌండ్ అవుతుంది. ఇక 5 కన్నా మ్యాక్సిమం ఉన్న ప్రతి నెంబర్ కూడా ఈ సెట్కి ఏమవుతుందమ్మా? అప్పర్ బౌండ్ అవుతుంది. అదే కండిషన్ రాస్తున్నాను. Whenever k is supremum of sequence Sn, right? For each epsilon greater than 0, k plus epsilon is what? An upper bound. Is an upper bound of your sequence Sn. But whenever k plus epsilon is upper bound of sequence Sn, is it this condition is true or not? Sn is less than k plus epsilon for each epsilon greater than 0. Any problem is there? ఇక్కడ వద్దాం క్లారిటీగా ఉంటుంది, రైట్? ఎస్ఎన్ అంటే ఇక్కడ ఎస్మా, ఇందులోని ఈచ్ అండ్ ఎవరీ ఇదే ఎస్ఎన్ అనుకుందాం ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, మీకు క్లారిటీగా ఉండడానికి ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, రైట్? ఇప్పుడు చూడండి అమ్మా, కే ప్లస్ ఎప్సిలాన్ ఇదే కదమ్మా. ఇప్పుడు దీంట్లోని ఇది S1 మా, ఇది S2, ఇది S3 మా, దీంట్లోని అన్ని టర్మ్స్ కానీ ఇది బిగ్గేనా కాదా? I mean this you can write as what ma? Sn is less than k plus epsilon or not? Sn is less than means 2 is less than 5.1, 3 is less than 5.1, 5 is less than 5.1 and so on ma. Each and every term of this sequence should be what ma? Less comparing with 5.1 which is k plus epsilon ma. That condition only I wrote here ma. Whenever k plus epsilon is an upper bound of sequence Sn ma, Sn should be what ma? Less comparing with your k plus epsilon for each epsilon greater than 0 ma, right? Let it be this is some relation number 1, keep aside, ఇది పక్కన పెట్టేద్దామమ్మా, రైట్? Once again come on to this one. We know supremum of sequence Sn is k ma. Whenever supremum of sequence Sn is k minus epsilon, whenever epsilon greater than 0, k minus epsilon never be upper bound of that sequence Sn ma. Clearly I am writing ma. If supremum of sequence Sn is equal to k, then k minus epsilon is not upper bound of sequence Sn for each epsilon greater than 0. We define what is epsilon there ma. ఇది కూడా క్లారిటీగా చూపిస్తున్నాం అక్కడ. Here what is supremum ma? Supremum of sequence Sn is what ma? 5 or not? Let us take epsilon is 0.1 ma, right? Then what is k minus epsilon ma? 5 minus 0.1 అంటే ఏంటమ్మా? Is it 4.9 or not ma, right? ఇప్పుడు చూడండి మా, is it 4.9 is upper bound of this ma? If this is k 4.9 is upper bound ma, it should be greater comparing with each and every term. But if you can go to this S3 5 ma, 4.9 is less comparing with 5. That's why this is not upper bound. Understood or not ma? Whenever k is supremum of sequence Sn ma and epsilon is greater than 0 ma, k minus epsilon never be upper bound of this sequence Sn. Upper bound అయ్యిందంటే అన్ని టర్మ్స్ కన్నా మాక్సిమం అని ఉండాలి, అదర్వైజ్ ఈక్వల్ అన్న ఉండాలి. బట్ 4.9 అనేది 5 కన్నా లెస్గా ఉంది. 5 is S3 కదా, వన్ ఆఫ్ ద టర్మ్ ఆఫ్ ద యువర్ సీక్వెన్స్. దట్స్ వై దిస్ k minus epsilon is not upper bound ma. That word I written here ma. Whenever k minus epsilon is not upper bound of your sequence Sn ma, right? Then there exists some m belongings to z plus such that Sm is greater than or equal to k minus epsilon. Understood or not this one? నేనేమంటున్నాను, k మైనస్ ఎప్సిలాన్ ఈ సీక్వెన్స్కి అప్పర్ బౌండ్ కాలేదు అంటే మన సీక్వెన్స్లో అట్లీస్ట్ వన్ టర్మ్ ఎగ్జిస్ట్ అవుతుంది. ఎస్ఎం అనే టర్మ్ ఏంటి? k మైనస్ ఎప్సిలాన్కి గ్రేటర్గా ఉండేట్టుగా, ఇంకా ఈక్వాలిటీ కూడా కాదు, k మైనస్ ఎప్సిలాన్ కన్నా బిగ్గా ఉండేట్టుగా అట్లీస్ట్ వన్ టర్మ్ ఎస్ఎం ఇన్ యువర్ సీక్వెన్స్ మస్ట్ ఎగ్జిస్ట్. ఐ విల్ షో దట్ హియర్ మా. హియర్ k మైనస్ ఎప్సిలాన్ ఈజ్ వాట్ మా? ఇదే కదా. ఇప్పుడు నేనేమంటున్నాను, ఇది అప్పర్ బౌండ్ కాలేదు అంటే 4.9 ఇందులో ఏదో ఒక టర్మ్ అన్న ఎగ్జిస్ట్ అవుతుంది. ఎలా ఎగ్జిస్ట్ అవుతుంది? ఇట్ ఈస్ గ్రేటర్ కంపేరింగ్ విత్ k మైనస్ ఎప్సిలాన్. చూడండి ఇందులో 5 అనే నెంబర్ ఎగ్జిస్ట్ అయిందా? 5 ఈస్ గ్రేటర్ కంపేరింగ్ విత్ 4.9 ఆర్ నాట్? ఆ 5 ఏమంటున్నానమ్మా? Sm అంటున్నాను. Sm ఈక్వల్ టు 5 సచ్ దట్ Sm ఈజ్ గ్రేటర్ దెన్ k మైనస్ ఎప్సిలాన్ బికాస్ 5 ఈజ్ గ్రేటర్ దెన్ 4.9. అర్థమైందా లేదమ్మా? వెరీ సింపుల్. వెనెవర్ k మైనస్ ఎప్సిలాన్ ఈజ్ నాట్ అప్పర్ బౌండ్ ఆఫ్ యువర్ సీక్వెన్స్ Sn మా, in that sequence there exists at least one term Sm which is greater than k minus epsilon. అందులో ఏదో ఒక్క టర్మ్ Sm అనే టర్మ్ ఎగ్జిస్ట్ అవుతుంది. Sm అనేది మనం ఇండికేట్ చేస్తున్నాం, ఏదో ఒక టర్మ్ ఎగ్జిస్ట్ అవుతుందమ్మా which is greater comparing with k minus epsilon. అదే టర్మ్ ఇక్కడ రాస్తున్నామమ్మా. ఎనీ ప్రాబ్లమ్ విత్ దిస్ మా? లెట్ ఇట్ బి దిస్ ఇస్ నెంబర్ 2 మా. బట్ అప్ టు హియర్ we are not using a given first condition. Sequence Sn is increasing ma. Now I will go for that condition ma. Given that this Sn is an increasing sequence, right? Whenever it is increasing sequence ma, by the definition of increasing sequence what we have ma? Sn is greater than or equal to Sm for all n is greater than m. We are talking about convergent means what ma? Limit definition ma. Under convergent what is the relation between n and m ma? N is greater than m, there only let us proceed increasing condition. That's why we taken Sn is greater than or equal to Sm. Under increasing I define almost 5 conditions ma, a definition of increasing. There whenever limit or convergent condition is there you must take this increasing definition only, right? Okay, now I want to use this here ma. Here Sn greater than or equal to Sm ma, but which is strictly greater than k minus epsilon. If you can combine these two things ma, right, then what we get? Otherwise I will take this is number 3 ma. From 2 and 3 implies what we have ma? Sn is greater than or equal to Sm is strictly greater than k minus epsilon ma. Any problem is there? This is true for all n is greater than m ma. Okay na? But again this is greater than or equal to this which is strictly greater than this means Sn should be what ma? Strictly greater than k minus epsilon or not? This implies we say that Sn is greater than k minus epsilon for all n is greater than or equal to m, or you can write this in the reverse order. What way ma? K minus epsilon is less than Sn for all n is greater than m ma. Let it be this is number 4. Any problem is there? ఏమీ లేదమ్మా, దీన్నే k మైనస్ ఎప్సిలాన్ ఈజ్ లెస్ దెన్ Sn అని రాస్తున్నాడమ్మా, రైట్? గ్రేటర్ దెన్ ఆర్ n ఈజ్ గ్రేటర్ దెన్ ఆర్ ఈక్వల్ టు m ఆర్ n ఈజ్ గ్రేటర్ దెన్ m, ఎనీవే యూ కెన్ టేక్. స్ట్రిక్ట్లీ గ్రేటర్ దెన్ m తీసుకున్న ప్రాబ్లం ఏం లేదు, మన డెఫినేషన్లో n ఈజ్ స్ట్రిక్ట్లీ గ్రేటర్ దెన్ m కదా, దట్ వన్ ఓన్లీ ప్రొసీడ్ మా. ఇక నౌ కంబైన్ రిలేషన్స్ 1 and 4 మా. వాట్ వీ హ్యావ్? k మైనస్ ఎప్సిలాన్ ఈజ్ లెస్ దెన్ Sn విచ్ ఈజ్ లెస్ దెన్ k ప్లస్ ఎప్సిలాన్ ఫర్ ఆల్ n ఈజ్ గ్రేటర్ దెన్ m మా. దట్ ఐ ఆమ్ ప్రొసీడింగ్ మా. ఫ్రమ్ 1 and 4 implies what we have ma? K minus epsilon is less than Sn which is less than k plus epsilon for all n is greater than m and for each epsilon greater than 0 ma, right? I want to reduce this ma. I mean I want to subtract with k on both sides ma. Just mathematical work I am doing ma. This implies what do you say? Minus epsilon is less than Sn minus k is less than plus epsilon for all n is greater than m and epsilon greater than 0 ma, right? This we can write in the modulus what way ma? Mod Sn minus k is less than epsilon for all n greater than m and for each epsilon greater than 0 ma. Any problem is there? Here I want to recollect all conditions ma. That is for each epsilon greater than 0 there exists m belongs to z plus, all the terms I am recollecting now. There exists m belongs to z plus such that in what way ma? Mod Sn minus k is less than epsilon, mod Sn minus k less than epsilon for all n is greater than m ma. From this what do you say ma? From this what do you say ma? Is it sequence Sn is converges to k or not? Therefore sequence Sn is converges to k. But what is k here ma? K is supremum of sequence Sn or not? With this what do you say ma? this sequence Sn is converges to its supremum. That is, sequence Sn is converges to its supremum, right? Initially we taken sequence Sn is increasing and bounded above. We proved it is converges to its supremum. Is it completes your conclusion or not? Hence we can write, if a sequence is increasing and bounded above, increasing and bounded above, if a sequence is increasing and bounded above, then it is converges to its supremum. Then it is converges to its supremum. This completes your theorem, right? But again, this is one property. Whenever you can take one increasing sequence and bounded above, then that sequence is 100% convergent. Supremum or infimum, leave it. Whenever you can take one increasing sequence and bounded above sequence, if a sequence is increasing and bounded above, 100% it is convergent sequence, right? This is your theorem number 19, right? Like this, let us go for theorem number 20. ఇదే మోడల్ థియరం నెంబర్ 20 వర్క్ చేద్దామమ్మా. దట్ థియరం ఈస్ ఇక్కడ క్లియర్ రాద్దాము. ఇఫ్ ఏ సీక్వెన్స్ ఈస్ డిక్రీజింగ్ అండ్ బౌండెడ్ బిలో, ఇఫ్ ఏ సీక్వెన్స్ ఈస్ డిక్రీజింగ్ అండ్ బౌండెడ్ బిలో, then prove that it is converges to its infimum. Then prove that it is converges to its infimum. This is your new statement. If a sequence is decreasing and bounded below, then prove that it is converges to its infimum. Same like your 19th theorem. This property indicates what? Whenever we can take one decreasing sequence and if suppose it is bounded below, basically every decreasing sequence is bounded above. If suppose the decreasing sequence is bounded below also, then 100% it is what? Convergent sequence. Their convergent point should be what? Infimum of that sequence. Same like this you have to proceed. Here instead of supremum we have to take infimum, and here instead of upper bound you have to take lower bound. Those conditions we have to proceed. Now I am going to do that work. Ade work ippudu start chezdamma. But if you can understood theorem number 19 logically, in the similar way directly we can proceed theorem number 20. Manam theorem number 20 ni ika direct approach avvachu. Yes, ika now once look I want to take one sequence Sn is decreasing and bounded below. Let sequence Sn is decreasing and bounded below. Now we have to show this sequence is what? Convergent, right? Once look here, in this also first I will take this condition. If or given that, given that sequence Sn is bounded below, whenever it is bounded below, that sequence must has infimum, right? This implies sequence Sn has infimum. Let us consider infimum of that sequence is some real number L. K ki badalu L తీసుకుంటున్నాను వెరైటీగా. Let infimum of sequence Sn is equal to L, right? Here again once look, whenever L is infimum of sequence Sn, for each epsilon greater than 0, is it L minus epsilon is always less than Sn or not? Absolutely. ఇక్కడ మీకు క్లారిటీగా చూపిస్తారు మళ్ళీ ఎగ్జాంపుల్గా. లెట్ us take set S. సెట్ అనే బదులు సీక్వెన్స్ Sn ఇలా ఉంది అనుకుందాం. 1 2 3 వెరైటీగా 1. ఓకే, this is S1, this is S2, this is S3. ఇది సీక్వెన్స్ అనుకుందాం ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, రైట్? దిస్ ఈజ్ బౌండెడ్ బిలో సీక్వెన్స్ వేర్ ఇన్ఫిమమ్ ఈజ్ వాట్ మా? ఇన్ఫిమమ్ అంటే మినిమం నెంబర్ ఏంటి? 1 కదా. సో ఇన్ఫిమమ్ ఆఫ్ సీక్వెన్స్ Sn ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు వాట్ మా? 1. దట్ వీఆర్ టేకింగ్ హియర్ L మా. But whenever 1 is infimum of sequence Sn ma, is it this is possible or not? This implies L minus epsilon is a lower bound of sequence Sn or not? చూడండి ఇక్కడ L for each epsilon greater than 0 ma. Whenever epsilon is the least positive real number ma, L minus epsilon should be what ma? L minus epsilon should be what ma? It is a lower bound or not? చూద్దామండి ఇక్కడ ఎప్సిలాన్ లెట్ us take 0.1 మా. దెన్ వన్స్ లుక్ L మైనస్ ఎప్సిలాన్ మా. L మైనస్ ఎప్సిలాన్ ఒకసారి చూడండి. 1 minus 0.1 it gives what ma? Is it 0.9 or not? Once look, is it 0.9 is less comparing with each and every term or not? So that it should be lower bound or not? లోయర్ బౌండ్ అంటే ఇందులోని అన్ని టర్మ్స్ కన్నా మినిమం ఉండాలి. 0.9 ఇందులో వీటన్నిటికన్నా మినిమం అయినా కదా, అంటే దిస్ 0.9 is less comparing with S1, S2, S3 and so on. That word only I am writing in the next step ma. This implies L minus epsilon is a lower bound of sequence Sn for each epsilon greater than 0 whenever epsilon is a least positive real number. But whenever L minus epsilon is a lower bound of sequence Sn ma, is it this is possible or not? Once look ma, L minus epsilon is less comparing with Sn for each n belongs to Z plus. Any problem is there? L minus epsilon అనేది ఈచ్ అండ్ ఎవ్రీ టర్మ్ కన్నా ఎలా ఉంటుంది? మినిమం ఉంటుంది. చూడండి L minus epsilon is what here ma? 0.9. 0.9 is less comparing with S1, 0.9 is less comparing with S2, 0.9 is less comparing with S3 and so on ma. That word only I written ma. This L minus epsilon is less than Sn for all n belongs to Z plus ma, right? Keep this result aside ma. ఇది పక్కన పెట్టేద్దాం అమ్మా, right? Again I want to recollect this ma. Given that ఇది ఇండైరెక్ట్ ఇచ్చినట్టు మాట, infimum of sequence Sn is what ma? L. Whenever infimum of sequence Sn is L ma, L plus epsilon, whenever epsilon greater than 0 ma, L plus epsilon is never be lower bound of the sequence. That implies clearly I am writing L plus epsilon is not lower bound of sequence Sn whenever epsilon is a least positive real number. Yes, let us come on to here ma. నేను ఏమంటున్నాను, ఇన్ఫిమమ్ ఆఫ్ సీక్వెన్స్ Sn L అయినప్పుడు, సీక్వెన్స్ Snకి ఇన్ఫిమమ్ L అయినప్పుడు Lకి ఏదైనా పాజిటివ్ రియల్ నెంబర్ యాడ్ చేస్తే దట్ L ప్లస్ ఎప్సిలాన్ నెవర్ బి లోయర్ బౌండ్ ఆఫ్ సీక్వెన్స్ Sn. కమ్ అవుట్ హియర్, హియర్ L is this ma, epsilon is this ma. Then what is L plus epsilon? Tell me, is it 1.1 or not? Is it 1.1 is lower bound of this? ఇది లోయర్ బౌండ్ అయిందంటే దీంట్లోని టర్మ్స్కి ఈక్వల్ అయినా ఉండాలి, లెస్గానే ఉండాలి, బట్ గ్రేటర్గా ఉండే ఛాన్స్ లేదు. బట్ 1.1 ఈజ్ గ్రేటర్ కంపేరింగ్ విత్ దిస్ S1, 1 మా, 1 కన్నా గ్రేటరే కదమ్మా, అదే రాస్తాం ఇక్కడ. దెన్ L ప్లస్ ఎప్సిలాన్ ఆర్ 1.1 నెవర్ బి లోయర్ బౌండ్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ సీక్వెన్స్ మా. ఈ సీక్వెన్స్కి 1.1 లోయర్ బౌండ్ కాదు, వెనెవర్ 1 ఈజ్ వాట్ మా? ఇన్ఫిమమ్ ఆఫ్ సీక్వెన్స్ Sn, అదే రాస్తున్నాను. Whenever L is infimum of sequence Sn, L plus epsilon is not lower bound of sequence Sn. But whenever L plus epsilon is not lower bound of sequence Sn ma, then there exists M belongs to Z plus such that Sm is less than L plus epsilon. అసలు దీని మీనింగ్ అర్థమైందా? నేనేమంటున్నాను, L ప్లస్ ఎప్సిలాన్ లోయర్ బౌండ్ కాలేదు అంటే ఈ సీక్వెన్స్లో ఒక Sm అనే టర్మ్, ఏదో ఒక టర్మ్ ఎగ్జిస్ట్ అవుతుంది. Sm అనే టర్మ్ ఎలా ఉంటుంది? L ప్లస్ ఎప్సిలాన్ కన్నా లెస్గా ఉండేట్టుగా అట్లీస్ట్ 1 టర్మ్ ఎగ్జిస్ట్ అవుతుంది. ఎస్, కమ్ అవుట్ హియర్, అదే ఇక్కడ చూద్దామమ్మా. హియర్ L ప్లస్ ఎప్సిలాన్ ఇస్ దిస్ 1.1 నా. ఇప్పుడు ఈ 1.1 కన్నా లెస్గా ఉండే అట్లీస్ట్ 1 టర్మ్ వచ్చిందా లేదా? S1. ఆ S1 Sm అంటున్నాము. Sm is equal to what here ma? 1, which is less than L plus epsilon, because 1 is less than 1.1 or not. ఇందులో ఒక టర్మ్ అయినా ఎగ్జిస్ట్ అవుతుంది, S1 అనే టర్మ్. ఎలా? ఇట్ ఈస్ లెస్ కంపేరింగ్ విత్ L ప్లస్ ఎప్సిలాన్. ఆ S1 అనకుండా Sm అంటున్నాం, ఎందుకంటే S1 అవ్వచ్చు, S2 అవ్వచ్చు, వాట్ ఎవర్ ఇట్ మే బి, ఏ టర్మ్ అన్నా కావచ్చు అక్కడ. అందుకే Sm అనే జనరల్ టర్మ్ యూజ్ చేస్తున్నాం. ఇక్కడ Sm అంటే ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఏంటమ్మా? 1 మా. Whenever L plus epsilon is not lower bound of sequence Sn, in that sequence there exists at least one term which is less than this L plus epsilon. Any problem is there? Let it be, this is number 2 more. Right? Up to here we are not using this decreasing condition. Just go for it more. Given that sequence Sn is a decreasing sequence. By the definition of decreasing sequence, this is possible or not? Sn is less than or equal to Sm for all n is greater than m. Under decreasing, so many possibilities are there, but here we are talking about convergent. In the convergent, relation between n and m should be what? N greater than m. Whenever n greater than m and sequence Sn is decreasing, then is it Sn is less than or equal to Sm or not? In the decreasing definition, once see, right? That I taken here. Let this be number 3. You can now combine 2 and 3 relations. 2, 3 combined chesdam. From 2 and 3 implies what we have? Sn is less than or equal to Sm, which is strictly less than L plus epsilon for all n is greater than m and for each epsilon greater than 0, because in the beginning stages we taken epsilon greater than 0. This is less than or equal to this, which is strictly less than L plus epsilon. That we proceed now. If this is less than or equal to this, it is strictly less than this, you can write Sn is strictly less than L plus epsilon or not. This implies we say Sn is strictly less than L plus epsilon for all n is greater than m and for each epsilon greater than 0. Let it be relation number 4. This is 4 ga teesukundam. If combine relations 1 and 4, 1, 4 combined cheyandi. From 1 and 4 implies what we have? L minus epsilon is less than Sn. Yes, let us combine relations 1 and 4. I mean L minus, from 1 what we have? L minus epsilon is less than Sn. According to 4 it is less than L plus epsilon for all n greater than m and for each epsilon greater than 0, right? Here I want to recollect all the conditions. That is, for each epsilon greater than 0, there exists m belongings to z plus such that, right? Such that, here still I want to simplify some relation, after that we can reduce it. Here remove L on both sides. First, what we have? Minus epsilon is less than Sn minus L is less than plus epsilon for all n greater than m and for each epsilon greater than 0. Again, this how can you write? Mod Sn minus L is less than epsilon for all n greater than m and for each epsilon greater than 0. Any problem is there? This you can write as what? Mod Sn minus L is less than epsilon for all n is greater than or greater than m and epsilon greater than 0. Otherwise, I want to recollect all the conditions. That is, for each epsilon greater than 0, for each epsilon greater than 0, there exists m belongings to z plus such that mod Sn minus L is less than epsilon for all n greater than m. From this, what do you say, by the definition of convergent sequence? Is it sequence Sn is converges to L or not? Therefore, sequence Sn is converges to L. But what is L here? L is infimum of your sequence Sn. That means here you can write sequence Sn is converges to its infimum. That is, sequence Sn is converges to its infimum, right? Now you can proceed. Initially we taken sequence Sn is decreasing and bounded below. We proved that sequence is what? Converges to its infimum. You can write generalized condition. Therefore, if a sequence is decreasing and bounded below if a sequence is decreasing and bounded below, then it is converges to its infimum. This completes your theorem number 20 ma. Once look properties theorem number 19 and theorem number 20 ma. What is theorem number 19 ma? If a sequence is increasing and bounded above, basically whenever you can take one increasing sequence, it is always bounded below sequence ma. But if it is bounded above also, then 100% it is convergent ma. In the similar way, if a sequence is decreasing and bounded below ma, basically whenever you can take one decreasing sequence ma, it is always bounded above sequence. If a sequence is decreasing and bounded below sequence ma, 100% it is convergent ma. These are individual theorems. Again, these theorem number 19 and 20, we are going to proceed in some other important theorems ma. These are individually important, and in other theorems also you have to write complete this proof ma. Ee proofs రాయాల్సి ఉంటుంది. Immediately in the next theorem only how to write ma. That's why individual గా ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయండి థియరం నెంబర్ 19 20. ఈ రెండు ప్రాక్టీస్ చేసి ఉంటే ఆల్మోస్ట్ నెక్స్ట్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఏరియాస్ ఇన్ దిస్ మోనోటోనిసిటీ కండిషన్ క్లోజ్ అయిపోయినట్టేనమ్మా. దట్స్ వై దీస్ టూ థియరమ్స్ ప్రాక్టీస్ ప్రాపర్లీ మా. రైట్? Now let us see theorem number 21 ma. Theorem 21. All are important points. Prove that every bounded and monotonic sequence, prove that every bounded and monotonic sequence is convergent. This is again one of the strong property. Prove that every bounded monotonic sequence is convergent, right? That means if you can take any bounded and monotonic sequence, 100% it is convergent. That is your above statement meaning. Basically in theorem number 15 we proceed, every convergent sequence is bounded, but converge need not be true, means every bounded sequence need not be convergent. But according to this property, every bounded sequence is also convergent ma. According to this property ma, every also convergent ma. Let's look theorem number 19 ma. Prove that every bounded and monotonic sequence is convergent. That means in your theorem number 15 ma, we proceed, every convergent sequence is bounded ma, but converge need not be true. That means whenever you can take one convergent sequence, it is always bounded, but bounded sequence need not be convergent ma. But bounded sequence is also convergent whenever that bounded sequence is what ma? Monotonic sequence ma. Monotonic means either increasing or decreasing, means if one sequence is bounded and increasing, then it is convergent, or it is bounded and decreasing, it is convergent. That is above property meaning, but theoretically we have to show this condition. Manam idi theoretical ga prove cheyali, right? Yes, let us come on to the proof ma. I want to take sequence Sn is bounded and monotonic, I will show it is convergent ma. Let sequence Sn is bounded and monotonic. But once look ma, whenever a sequence is bounded ma, it is bounded above sequence as well as bounded below sequence. Clearly I am writing, if sequence Sn is bounded, then it is bounded above sequence, bounded above sequence and bounded below sequence, and bounded below sequence. That means here your taken sequence is bounded above as well as bounded below. Required condition in further stages you can take one of these two things ma, right? Ika next condition I am taking ma, if sequence Sn is monotonic, sequence Sn is monotonic, then it is either increasing or decreasing, either increasing or decreasing. That may be increasing sequence or decreasing, right? Here actually we have to show our condition in these two individual situations because it is either or condition. In case 1, I will take sequence Sn is increasing and in bounded one of these two conditions I can show it is convergent. And in case 2, let us take sequence Sn is decreasing and in between these two things take any one of them and prove your sequence is convergent. I want to go for case number 1. Let sequence Sn is increasing and already it is bounded, means bounded above as well as bounded below. Now here I want to take bounded above condition and it is bounded above. Now once look theorem number 19. I mean complete proof of theorem number 19 you have to write. Write down clearly, I am indicating. Write down proof of it. Complete theorem number 19 proof, right? What is that? If sequence Sn is increasing and bounded above, we proved it is convergent. Therefore, I mean this implies sequence Sn is convergent. If we can write proof of theorem number 19, you get sequence Sn is convergent. That's all. Whenever sequence Sn is increasing and bounded above, we proved it is convergent. That completes your case number 1. Now let us go for case number 2. What is that case? Let us take sequence Sn is decreasing and here it is bounded, means bounded above, bounded below possible. I want to take bounded below condition. Decreasing and bounded below. Here write down proof of theorem number 20. By theorem number 20, that means complete proof of it you have to write. Write down proof of it. We get sequence Sn is convergent. Whenever sequence Sn is decreasing and bounded below, by this theorem number 20, you got sequence Sn is convergent. That's all. Whenever a sequence is monotonic and bounded, that sequence is always what? Convergent by these two cases. Right? Complete conclusion. Hence, if sequence Sn is monotonic and bounded, if sequence Sn is bounded and monotonic, then it is convergent. This completes another important theorem, right? Actually this is what it is mainly theorem number 15's converse part. In theorem number 15 we proceed what? Every convergent sequence is bounded, but every bounded sequence need not be convergent. This theorem indicates that every bounded sequence also convergent whenever it is what? Monotonic sequence. Means if your taken sequence is either increasing sequence or decreasing sequence. In such case, every bounded sequence is also what? Convergent sequence. This is about your theorem number 21 result, right? Yes. Now let us see theorem number 22, which is a very important theorem. That theorem name is monotone convergence theorem. This is the dominating theorem in this chapter. Very, very, very important theorem. State and prove monotone convergence theorem అని అడగొచ్చమ్మ. Monotone convergence theorem. Monotone convergence theorem. Yes, once look statement of it. A monotonic sequence is convergent. A monotonic sequence is convergent if and only if it is bounded. A monotone sequence is convergent if and only if it is bounded. Here two conditions available ma, if part and only if part ma. For both conditions common area is monotonicity ma. This monotonicity is common for if part as well as only if part ma. Now I want to write first if part condition ma. If part means, here I will proceed, if part. If part means regular order of the statement ma. If sequence Sn is monotonic, ikkade sequence Sn ledanukodu, edo oka sequence teesukomannaru kabatti Sn ani teeskunnamma. If sequence Sn is monotonic and convergent, then we have to show that sequence Sn is bounded. This is your case 1 or if part condition. In this if part, this is given condition, take this and prove this result ma. First I am taking given condition ma. Here internally what they given ma? Sequence Sn is monotonic, means either increasing sequence or decreasing sequence, and it is convergent ma. Right? But in theorem number 15 what we proved ma? Every convergent sequence is bounded, that may be monotonic or not. అంటే monotonic అయినా కాకపోయినా ప్రాబ్లం లేదు, every convergent sequence should be bounded. That means here write down theorem number 15 ma. By theorem number 15 clearly I am indicating, write down proof of it. What do you get that theorem ma? Sequence Sn is convergent. In that, sorry, sequence Sn is bounded ma. At end stages you taken convergent sequence ma, we got it is what ma? Bounded. According to theorem number 15, I said theorem number 15 individual important, somewhere we are going to use, I told there ma. Here only we are going to use. Write down that theorem number 15 proof ma. You get this convergent sequence is what ma? Bounded. That completes your condition ma. We taken sequence Sn is monotonic and convergent, we proved it is what ma? Bounded. This completes your if part condition ma. Right? Now let us go for only if part ma. What is that only if part condition ma? Reverse order. If a sequence Sn is monotonic, monotonicity is common for both areas I said. If sequence Sn is monotonic and bounded ma, you must show it is what ma? Convergent. That we are doing now ma. If sequence Sn is monotonic and bounded, then we have to show that sequence Sn is convergent. We must show that sequence is what ma? Convergent sequence ma. Right? But here whenever sequence Sn is monotonic ma, this is given condition actually, it is increasing or decreasing. Bounded means what ma? It is bounded above as well as bounded below ma. I will proceed that ma. If given that sequence Sn is monotonic, so that it is either increasing or decreasing, that may be increasing sequence or decreasing sequence. In the similar way, given that sequence Sn is bounded, so that it is bounded above as well as bounded below. It is bounded above and bounded below. Here ma, again we have two cases because either or condition is there. Take sequence Sn in case 1 ma, take sequence Sn is increasing and bounded above ma, there we have to show it is convergent. In case 2, take sequence Sn is decreasing and bounded below ma, now we have to show it is what ma? Convergent ma. Right? And bounded below, clearly I will write bounded below. Yes. Now I will proceed here case number 1 ma. What is that case ma? Let sequence Sn is increasing and bounded above. Once go to theorem number 19 ma. ఒక్కసారి theorem number 19 చూడండి అమ్మా. Again here write down proof of it. Write down proof of it. According to theorem number 19, whenever sequence Sn is increasing and bounded above ma, is it convergent or not? By theorem number 19, sequence Sn is what ma? Convergent. This completes your case number 1 ma. But here complete theorem number 19 proof right in the middle ma, right? And go for case number 2. ఇక case number 2 వర్క్ చేద్దామండి. What is that case ma? Let us take sequence Sn is decreasing and bounded below. ఇక్కడ 2 కేసెస్లో చేయాలి, ఒకటి ఇంక్రీజింగ్లో చేయాలి, ఒకటి డిక్రీజింగ్లో చేయాలి. యాక్చువల్గా బౌండెడ్ అబో బౌండెడ్ బిలో బోత్లో తీసుకోవచ్చు, బట్ మనకు కావాల్సింది ఇంక్రీజింగ్లో ఓన్లీ బౌండెడ్ అబో కాబట్టి బౌండెడ్ అబో తీసుకుంటున్నాం. డిక్రీజింగ్లో ఓన్లీ వీ నీడ్ బౌండెడ్ బిలో, దట్స్ వై వీఆర్ టేకింగ్ బౌండెడ్ బిలో కండిషన్ మా. హియర్ లెట్ us proceed theorem number 20 ma. By theorem number 20, what we have ma here? Again write down proof of it ma. According to that theorem, what do you say ma? Sequence Sn is convergent. మీరు ఒక్కసారి అక్కడ ప్రూఫ్ చూడండి, మీకు డైరెక్ట్లీ గెట్ సీక్వెన్స్ Sn is convergent. That's all ma. Whenever sequence Sn is increasing or decreasing, we proved sequence Sn is what ma? Convergent. From this, what do you say ma? దీని నుండి మన కంక్లూజన్ ఏమని రాస్తామమ్మా? If a sequence is monotonic and bounded ma, according to case 1 and case 2 ma, if a sequence is monotonic and bounded ma, then it is always what ma? Convergent. Clearly I am writing. Hence, if a sequence is monotonic and bounded, then it is convergent. This completes your only if part, right? Here write down theorem number 15 proof, here write down theorem number 19 proof, here write down theorem number 20 proof ma, then you get complete conclusion. Means theorem number 15, 19, 20s తో మనకి ఈ న్యూ థీరం వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ థీరం ప్రూఫ్ కంప్లీట్ అవుతుందమ్మా. హియర్ దే విల్ గివ్ స్ట్రైట్ అండ్ ప్రూవ్ మోనోటోన్ కన్వర్జెన్స్ థీరం. That's why you must remember statement also. A monotonic sequence is convergent if and only if it is bounded. This is one of the dominating theorem in this unit ma. ఈ యూనిట్ లోనే ఇది ఒక డామినేటింగ్ థీరం మా, రైట్? దిస్ ఈస్ అబౌట్ యువర్ థీరం నెంబర్ 22 మా.